Hello there. With the state of our economy today, it is my prayer that you are managing. My name is Houstin Gblah, and I would like to welcome you to the New Beginning live here on Tablas TV. The New Beginning is a program that seeks to give us Liberians a new sense of national pride and patriotism. This program is a program that speaks to Liberians in Liberia. We intend to change our country in a whole different way. So we look at issues affecting us as a people and a nation. And we intend to address these things by talking about it, by pointing it out, and by implementing it. Some of us who are Liberians who have our own capacity and are doing well in whatever we are doing, this program helps promote you in that positive aspect. And we talk to the ills of our society. How is it that we are not together? What is causing us those divisions? We pinpoint those things and we gather young people, we gather the old people to come and talk about our issues. Because we believe the forward march of this country rests upon our shoulder. And it doesn't matter whether you are young or old. As J. Boy the prophet said, Liberia belongs to all of us. So, today we are going to be discussing a very delicate topic. But stay with me for a minute. When we come back, we promise you nothing short of the best. Welcome back. Again, you are watching a New Beginning live here on Tablas TV, and we are located at the intersection of Lynch and Carey Street. One of the major pillars on which the New Beginning stands is to help our people understand, is to help our government and people understand the way to build a fragile nation. And one of those ways we think about and we know is by listening and understanding the people and understanding how they think and the way they want to solve their problem as a people. This way we believe that the government will have a tool as to how to address the challenges and ills that they are faced with in society. That is by listening to the people and understanding how they want to do it. So, again, we'll be having two sections on this show today for the very first time. And that's because of you, our wonderful followers. We want to say thank you for what you are doing, and we are honored by your support. Today I got with me two distinct young Liberians. And they will join me today as we discuss this issue that is religious, but it has turned to be a political thing in our country. Do you think a Muslim president should become Liberia's president? With me today are two young, wonderful Liberians. Mr. Rufus Beren, acting director of Bridge FM, and Mr. Roosevelt J. Yanti, our own manager here at Tablas TV. Gentlemen, you are welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
So again, we say we'll be running two segments today. After this one that has to do with national growth and solving national problem, we'll be moving on to something that has to do with our health. For us to build this nation, we have to be healthy. Because it says healthy mind, healthy people. So we'll be talking about it if you suffer from obesity, if you are a man like me and you are suffering from ED, women, or menstrual cramp, arthritis, and all of that. Too many sicknesses. So we'll be talking about it and how you can have some of your solutions to your problem. So join us as we talk today during the first section. Mr. Rufus, Mr. Beren, how do you do, my brother?
Yeah, thank you, the Chief Gblah, and it's October to remember, as the people normally say. And let me say thank you for welcoming me into this splendid edition of the program, The New Beginning, on a wonderful Thursday afternoon like this. So I'm glad to be here.
Thank you so much. Mr. Yanti.
Yeah, thank you, sir. It's a privilege being in our very own studio to discuss lengthy issue pertaining to our country and the growth of Liberia. So I'm happy and privileged to be on your program, The New Beginning, to discuss this very interesting topic.
Again, you are welcome, gentlemen. But before we go into that, I just did a brief introduction of you. So I will start with you, Mr. Beren, to maybe expand on what I did for our audience to better know you.
Yeah, so thank you again, like you rightly put it. But I'm just a simple man. The issue of too much introduction. But the name is Rufus Berry. Some of you who've been following. I work with Bridge Radio in Banjo, that district number 17, the acting manager for Bridge Radio, and I am now a full member of the Top Blast platform. So today, join us as we discuss one of the most important issues that is always to the various intellectual center, to the various forum and what have you. Is it possible, like you regularly say, for a Muslim person to be president for this great Liberia that we all yearn to see the betterness for tomorrow? So join us as we discuss this issue today.
Thank you, my dear brother. Mr. Yanti.
So thank you once again for the benefit of the doubt of people who are just following. I'm Receiver Joshua Yanti, and I'm the official manager of Tablas TV. And it's a privilege being here today, or to sit with two distinct and high-profile men to discuss this very important topic, because this is a very sensitive topic that has always been on national scene and other platforms, like, or should a Muslim person be president for Liberia? That's a very fun topic. So I'm very happy personally to be on this platform to discuss such a topic and to help the public understand from our own ideas as to whether it is very tangible or important for a Muslim person to be president for Liberia. So I'm happy once more. I'm Receiver Joshua Yanti. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Yanti, and thank you, Mr. Barrett. So again, this is a new beginning. We are going to dive straight into this. This has been a topic that have lived in our country for so long, but then it's escalated after the Civil War. The Muslim, the Christian, that kind of rift just between us. We used to live together before in harmony. This topic of raising to the level of political power and all of that, it wasn't so much as it is today. And when you look around, I can remember during the Manasseh era, there was a little war they called the Muslim and Christian war. It was like a riot like. I was then still in New Georgia. And since that time, they have been back and forth with all of these kind of things. People not wanting Muslim to become president, people wanting Muslim to become president. So from your take, Mr. Barrett, how would you see such thing?
Well, thank you again for the question. These are things that actually I have been encountering, like I normally place it when you visit the various, most especially to my end, the various intellectual area and what have you. It is the day-to-day discussion. It's not just this issue of a Muslim man becoming president. One of the things they can say, why, in fact, they don't even want Muslims to have a holiday. One of the things they used to say, or they say. And so there are a lot of things. But, Houstin, I will tell you the truth for free. It's possible. We are all human. Yeah. The Constitution of Liberia says that for the fact that you are a permanent citizen of this country, once you are born here and then you have all of your education criteria and you want being president, you can apply, you can vie for the post, and you can be president. The issue is not because I'm a Muslim man and then you are maybe you're a Christian and what have you. But if a Muslim man is a bona fide son of this sort, I tell you the truth for free, who knows? You can go there, do your registration at the next area, and they can embed you in the system. We're kind of sorry that there's not a radio station, but we are foreseeing in the soonest possible time, or by the grace of God, that Tapla will get her own radio, where we all will be here again, just as we are all sitting, that we shall have discussed everything. We'll open a line, trust me, you will get too many calls and what have you. So I would say from my end, yeah, it's possible.
Yeah, it is possible. Our constitution says we are a secular state. That means any religion can lead the way. But when you watch that, was it Wednesday when the CMC chairperson, women wing chairperson, she made a post on the same issue. and there was so much backlash on it.
Okay.
Many Liberians don't buy it from other angle, like the Muslim people don't allow you marry into their tradition and all of this. I understand there is a kind of rift. So if you would want to appeal to the majority of our population, if religious wise, according to the 2022 National Housing Census, that 84.6% of the population is Christian, and 12% is just Muslim. And when you follow that post, you realize there were so many negative comments to those people becoming president. What do you think is a fear from the Christian community not wanting the Muslim people to become leaders of our nation?
Yeah, one of the fear could be the reason why they don't want the Muslim people to be president of this country is because just as you rightly said, the Muslim feel they're too important that no other tribe or religion can go, into their sisters. Yeah, assuming if I'm a Muslim man, only a Muslim person should come to my sister. Once you are not a Muslim person, you're a Christian, no, they can't buy that. So, for no backdrop, I believe that's why Christians don't want these things to happen. And more beside again, that for the holiday issue, if Muslim men gets holiday, there will be a lot of challenge.
Explain on that for me.
Yeah, the instance of they will want to take the country to be like is for them. Yeah, maybe if you allow a specific holiday, you say the holiday is a holiday for the Muslim people. Yeah, they will just feel like they want that from Guinea and all other parts of all of the country. They want to call it Liberia, and who knows? Somebody say just try to give a Muslim man one bedroom in your house. He will be talking to you, pursuing you, when it even cause him to bring you down to the level for him to buy the place. Yeah, they can do that. So those are a lot of reasons. The reasons are many, but those are some reason why the Christians from day one they don't want them to get anything like I must say holiday or even before going to that issue of becoming president. Yeah.
Okay, there are many questions to ask as we go on. Let me turn to Mr. Yanti. Mr. Yanti, do you think a Muslim president should become president for Liberia?
Okay. So for me, I'm going to say this. The question should probably be: do you think a good person should be president for Liberia? It's not the matter of Muslims or Christian, because looking at Liberia as a country, though being built on a Christian principle, but the 1986 constitutional clearly changed everything around when they went and did a constitutional review that says that everybody is free to practice their own religion, which of course, the Muslim, when you look at the census, the Muslim comes second in minority to the Christian. So it is 100% I'm 100% sure that a Muslim person can be president for Liberia or could be president for Liberia, but not in the light where people want to push religious politics. Because when you look at Liberia nowadays, this is what happening in our country. People are pushing religious politics. People are pushing tribalism politics, where you say, "Oh, this man is from this other tribe. We don't going to vote this person. This person is from the tribe. We don't going to vote this person." I do believe that we as Liberians should just be focusing on the right person, because, like what you said, I read a post from a CMC or women chair where she made a statement that what have Christians done for Liberia since the founding of Liberia, which of course that was a very controversial and sensitive topic. So coming from that backdrop, you being a chairperson or chairlady for such a party, and the leader of that party is a Muslim, so it appeared to the Liberians that it stated clearly that this party is pushing what tribal politics, and tribal politics is something that usually
politics.
religious politics is something that that usually kill any country dream, because you find out that everybody will want to take side. Everybody will want to, and even when we're saying that on the verge or on the wider basis that or Christian and Muslims, you will find out that Liberia we have the Christian in majority. The Christians are in majority. So a Muslim person could become president tomorrow, depending on the person that we as Liberian want to put there to be president, which of course that Muslim person now, in the sense that this person meets all the criteria to become president. Number one, the person get the heart of Liberia. Say, I got Liberia at heart. I'm willing to do things to help Liberians. I'm willing to put Liberia first before religion rather. Where you say, oh, I don't have time. Where you say, oh, Christian, I will benefit a Christian, or I will benefit a Muslim better, or I will benefit other religion better. You there for Liberian. So a Muslim person can become president based on if he is willing to put Liberia first, based on he is willing to put the country interest first over religion. Because when you look at most of these people or these candidates in the race that most often can wanting to become president, which are Muslims, they always push the Muslims agenda. That's where the problem come from. So when you look at it, most people say most Muslims who are in the race, you will see that because let be real. Have you seen a Muslim or person in the race, like in the race, then for the past now, I'm not talking about maybe the current people that are trying to integrate some or Christians or other people in their party. But when you look at all the Muslim party in Liberia, you will see that the standard bearers are Muslim, the vice standard bearers are Muslim, the secretary generals are Muslim. So you state clearly that when you happens to win tomorrow, your entire leadership will become Muslims, and then the country will go back to one religious stuff, wherein you will see certain people benefiting and certain people are not benefiting. And even when you look in the current government, let's be real, when you look in the current government, you see a lot of Muslims people within the government, which of course, when people keep saying, I think, what have Christians done for the country, then you go back to confusing yourself, because every government you see, they employ Muslims, they employ Christians. So it's not the reason Christians are always, what I always say this when it comes to the Christian and Muslim holiday stuff, or reason why you see Christians are always in a majority in certain capacity is because so at the end of the day, you will see that the Christians are always dominant in certain entity or certain institution. It's simple. Like you rather stated, the Christian, when you look at the national census, the Christian are about 84% in our country, which of course they are in a minority. So in a majority rather. So you will find out that when you have this sector, you will see maybe 30 to 80% of Christian than Muslim, because that's just it's simple, right? Because the Christians are in numbers. The Muslims, they are, when you look at the sin center, it will tell you that maybe the Muslim are about maybe they will be roughly around 12%. So because you have different religion, you don't only have Christian and Muslim, because when you're saying that the country is secular, you will get when somebody is born in Liberia, they are practicing Buddhism, that person becomes part of that
We
number.
got 2% of no religion.
Uh-huh.
We got, I think, 1.5% of Buddhists and other people. 0.5.
Okay. So when you see that, it tells you clearly that this issue of this Muslims and Christian holiday and other stuff is just simple. It will be very difficult for you to see maybe Muslims getting holiday, and the Christian too will come out to the backdrop to tell you that, oh, we don't have a specific holiday in Liberia.
Yeah.
That's one of the least thing in the argument. We don't have because Christmas Day is celebrated widely, or Independence Day is for the country, and other small holidays is not for us. So at the end of the day, when you come back again to the discussion saying that, oh, you want for Muslim to have holiday, when you look at the disadvantages, it will be very, 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 very bad to the country. For now, you have other, even there they see Muslim, they will feel it because you have the country already get existing holidays that can cause different breakdown for our economy. So when you adding another one there again, it will become a problem. So the question of Muslims can become a president for Liberia, pending when that person get Liberia a hat. Simple.
Pending if that person got Liberia a hat. I love it, but then I want us to look here. I don't know, you said something concerning it being politicized. I see it, but then I see that we don't have a kind of space where the Muslim and the Christians see themselves as Liberians. I don't see that we have that space, because when you look, the Christians who are in majority, whenever they are taking their running mates, they all become Christian. Vast majority of those people at the hierarchy become Christians. The Muslims too also see it as a form of fighting to protect themselves as a people so they can be erased. It's also linked to a cultural thing and a vision, right? So when we say Liberia aha, the Muslims are having businesses here, they are developing Liberia, like the Christians are also doing, building their homes, building their families, and all of those things here. What do you mean by that? To have a Muslim president who have Liberia aha, what's extra do they need to show us?
So like you said, or the Christian do segregation in politics where they choose Christian running mate and other stuff. This is very simple. It's just about, probably they would say, trust issue. That would be real. Everything about this, because when you look at the Christian too as well, you will see maybe somebody from Maryland choose somebody from Nima, and that person might be a Christian. And in politics, when you bring in politics on a broad basis, people are looking for people with influence. Somebody who have influence over certain countries, someone who have influence over the boiling politics of Liberia. Those are people you go for. So I believe that definitely when the Muslim man or the Muslim person have that capability or that influence in certain place, trust me, the Christian man will want to run to that man for help, or he will want to run to him to make him a running mate when that person have the influence. Because now we still talking the same thing. We still go back to the issue or the place that says that Christians are 80 some percent of the Liberian population. So it means that the person, the Christian will always choose. It is that person who has the dominant or power or control over that certain amount of people. Because you look at in the country now, Muslims focus mainly on their businesses. They don't have time to be in the spotlight or to be into too much politics or too much talking. So at the end of the day, before you even take this man, you gotta develop the man for the public to see, for the public to elect that man, or for the people to start electing him before you even talk about making the man to get populated in the country. So at the end of the day, you starting from scratch. So like for me, what I would say, when a Muslim person happens to have maybe interest in politics, it should start sooner. You should start to create your awareness, start to show that inclusion. That one thing that we're talking about, because now you're talking about we are seeing the kind of Liberianness in the person that we're talking about now. So what you need to do, show the inclusiveness in a sense, like start to do or start to bring about unity and togetherness among these two people. oh, for a very long time, Liberia have been divided with the issue of the Christian, the Muslim, and other stuff. So I'm here to say that I will be the bridge between these two people. Show the that kind of love, that kind of unity between the both parties. So at the end of the day, you think when that person happens to do that, you think when election reach, people will say, "Oh, I'm voting him because he's Muslim." I'm voting. The person will feel like when this man can do this, why he's not yet president. When he becomes president tomorrow, he will do the bigger thing for everybody, for the country, for the entire country. Yeah, he will do the bigger thing. But when you say that you still want to be preaching one side politics, where you say, oh, and when I win, the Muslim people they will benefit like this, though they might not say it, but Liberian are people that can observe. That's one thing Liberian are good at. There are people that observe. So when a typical Liberian man who is a Christian observe you, that oh, when this man win, this is what he will do. They will start to backslide from behind you. They will start to backslide from behind you. But when because what you said about the statement about the sister on the social media, that statement alone can cause problem for the party in the near future. It can cause bigger problem because probably the Musa trying to fix things, trying to reach out to all these countries, we see his effort and what have you, and then the party or women here coming from the back making such a statement that what have Christianity done for Liberia? You undermine the party right there because this man is trying to preach a politics that says that everybody should be included when I win, everybody will be included and what have you. And you coming from the back saying that, oh, what have Christians done for Liberia? Christians have done many things for Liberia. The matter of fact, as long as you have peace in the country, that's one of the biggest things ever that you should be proud of or you should be happy of. You're not waking up with a sound of war. You're not waking up to threaten. You're not waking up to crime rate being high. You should be proud of that. That's one of the good things that Christian president have done or is doing for Liberia. So when you say now, what have Christians done for Liberia? Then you're trying to make the Christian angry to not go your party way because it means that when you come there tomorrow, maybe the Christian too will say that same thing because I had Liberia looking. We can have president today. At the end of the day tomorrow, when the other person moves, say what the other person done for the country. That's how it look. So when you start to criticize soon that they early like this, when maybe God help your party to win, people will say the same thing about you tomorrow, and Liberia will be divided. So to not divide Liberia, people should start making all sorts of statements and focus on the goal of uniting Liberia, of bringing Liberia together, make the politics inclusive and start to do or tribal or religious politics. Bring the country together. Let people see that real Liberian in you to say, oh, because of this, what this brother is doing, I don't care if he's a Muslim, I will vote him to come to power. I don't care whether he's a Buddhist, I will vote him to bring him to power because this brother is doing a very unique thing for his country. He's putting his country first. That's what I mean by that. Someone who is willing to make Liberia inclusive.
Okay, somebody who is willing to make Liberia inclusive. Mr. Beering, you made mention of this thing that I think is scaling up because almost every corner I pass in Liberia, I hear many Liberians complain on it. The Muslims do not allow Christians to marry Muslim, but they come into the Christian, get married, and have kids by them. And it is one of the problems you see for which maybe Christians don't want them to be president, as he stated earlier. Now, do you also see from the other angle where it has to do with protecting your belief and faith? Because I remember, if I'm corrected, the Bible says that before you marry somebody, you should be a faith or you should agree. For you to be, but it's advisable that you only marry within your faith. Don't you also see it as something that they try to protect their faith, not to have other religion infiltrating and giving a false doctrine? Don't you see it from that angle?
Yeah, it may be from that angle too. It might be from there because all of these things are things I want to believe. They have studied and then they want to put in place. Yeah, for which they born the children and then they don't born the mind or the heart of the children. So when the children was born, why come here they start to tell you these things? Okay, this is what our tradition say that you shouldn't go this way. You should go this way. So there's a reason why you see. I don't know if it's still happening. Before it used to happen at a very early age, you can find the girl is around maybe 13 years old, 14. Then they give her to somebody who she's older than.
Who's older than her?
Yeah, okay, sorry. Who older than her? You know, the man will marry her. So what you still come to mind is that as big as the guy is and he carrying that late child being or dowry and the wedding them, okay. So sorry for this expression, when the guy carry the girl, will he be brave to sleep with her? You know, and somebody will say, yeah, the man already finished paying everything, he paid for the girl, so any way you want to do the girl, you can do it like that. So all the kind of things, I want to put a thing on. Like what my brother here said. Some time ago, if I can still recall, I think I don't have that recording again in my target. The former president Kennedy, but he passed now from Grand Bassa County, Child Walker Bronstein, peace be on your heart. He said something that Liberians, as he said, they can recall. I said anything you will see, they feel that people are not watching or they're not listening to you. Yeah. But when it shall bear fruit or when it comes to, to certain things, then their mind can go there. Those days, I remember Bronstein said something. He said when he be president, the executive mansion are going to be a hall for the Brazilian where they will go and be Domo. Bronstein did not mean that you myself who are Bassa person when he be president, you will carry Domo in that place. That was not what he meant. But they meant to that it's not school and me. He almost made to be different way. Okay, see, I'm not pastor man. I was not full for Bronstein. Yeah, see, I'm not cool man. And the man say when he win the executive mansion. So just as those kind of thing. What the lady said. About the Christians. So what was she trying to say? So from that statement alone, another Christian also already Christian don't want them to be somebody in this country. Then you come here with such statement. Because see what we see about the Muslim people, all those kind of things. So from those kind of point, they want to come up with those kind of things to say, oh, their daughters or their children shouldn't come around other people.
Now, this program intent is to allow our government and our people understand that the fabrics of our society we need to work on. Sometimes their perception we need to look at. Mm-hmm. Now, what has Christian done for this country being president? I want us to contextualize this statement. How does it sound to you? What do you think she meant by that? Is it by denigrating Christians, or what is it? What do you think about it? For which Christians are going against her or the Muslim religion like that?
From my view, I would say she meant by just how do you call it, degrading the Christian, because if she comes out to say such things, I would not say I don't know what I want to say, but what was she at the time? Was she born at the time where before she came out with such statement? What did Christian and do? What was her then? Look at her age. Maybe she just take that thing to be from what she, been hearing around and what have you. Because what I'm trying to say is that when she was reading history, she was ready school to what since the day of creation or from history. I want to believe she won't say.
I think she's kind of restricting it to Liberia. All of those presidents that have become president have almost all become
this is what I'm saying.
She's trying to point out their impact, because this program wants to look at what are we like. We're understanding what the facts are, or we are driven by our emotions. So from what you analyze and about what you know about history, was she really wrong by making that comment? Religiously, Christian religion, we have to be organized, we have to be loving, we are progressive people, and all of that. And when you look at our country, since the war, we don't have any system. We are not organized. And all of that. There is so much war in the Christian community than it is in the Muslims community. There is so much disagreement. There is so much corruption in a place where Christians are the ones, people who should be loving of one another. Mm-hmm. There's so much corruption in our system. Comparing, looking at the way the Muslim community is organized, they help their brothers out. For Christian community, we divide one another.
Yeah.
They help to build you. For the Christian community, we help to degrade you.
Yeah, we degrade.
So,
the only thing we do is to be discussing.
Good. So looking at our country and looking at where we're going, from that statement, analyzing these things, is she really wrong?
She wasn't very wrong. I think she was also speaking from her own opinion, as she said, from what she may have, experienced.
Yeah.
Yeah. From, just as she said, the unity, I must say. Yeah. Because majority of us Christians, we just pretend we are at 7 people, but not with them. Yeah. If somebody will leave from her home today, if her sister or her brother or maybe a resident will leave from Guinea and go in that woman community or environment like that, and that person get there, maybe they just speak to her, I'm from to that place, or I'm from our country and what have you, or I said I get my leg sharp here, doing 1 or 2 things. She will always promote that man, or they will promote one another. Yeah, you see, that guy will start acting with the waiter market. If we go low within 1 or 2 months, and that thing will grow. If from what? The collaboration. But then I will hear myself. Yeah, we only come here, we are like, we together and what have you. Sometimes the man will be jam, and you know that the person is jam, but you don't have it, but you're not with them. So it is from those things you look at and say, but what did they not do? Yeah, so she was not actually, wrong by saying such, and everybody could say it. Yeah, she was not wrong.
Okay. Mr. Yanti.
Yes, sir.
They are small in number, and you have not seen a Muslim person with the heart of inclusiveness coming to contest, wanting to become president for our country. But when you look at what our country is today, and you look at how they work as a people, the way they support one another, that unity, do you think it's something significant that we need to incorporate as a country from them?
So, let me be real. Let me be very bold of people, right? Very, very bold of people. Let me say this for the record, right? Muslims are not united. Let me be real. The form of unity that Muslims portray is the form of selfishness. Let me be bold of the issue. It's the form of selfishness.
The form of unity that
they portray. What you see for West.
So let me ask that. If you say so, is it like they are not united? Is it between themselves or with in general?
Between themselves, what they portray is not what they portray outside. Is not the act of unity. Right. They does that to weaken you and myself, who call ourselves Christians. Let's be real. When you talk about unity, it shouldn't be based around certain group of people or certain religion. Because what we're trying to catch here, bro, we are trying to catch the fact that everybody should live in a country where there should be a level of peace and harmony. Because when you're saying that, this place is a secular state, which means everybody should live there like brother and sister, despite your religion, despite your religious affiliation, despite your political background. Everybody should live like brother and sisters. How many Fula or Mandingo shop you see a typical Liberian or Christian person? It is difficult. We don't call that unity. Let's be real. The Muslim people that you talk about, that you're saying that, they are together and what have you, they do it from the outside. You know how many Muslims suffering, bro? Let's be real. You know how many Muslims suffering? People don't help their friends. I will share a typical example with you. I live in a community where my landlord, he's a typical Muslim. The man took his cash money, bro. All the man life, his children will tell you, all his life, he took his money on the Muslim community. That man paid most in the community. The brother was sick. In my house, I shared just like a wall with my landlord from my apartment to the other side. The man was sick in our apartment, bro. Almost like 1 year, 2 years plus, the man been sick, laying down one place in the area. No single Muslims ever recognize what that meant.
So were they in the know?
Say, everybody were in the know. They were in the know. They took the man from here, they carrying Guinea. They said they want to amputate a leg, and then the family people said no. They brought the man by la bro. When they bring that man by la bro, Papa left in a horse. Papa died. When you see the amount of Muslim people that came on the man, on the man funeral, a feast rather, on a feast, you will say the man, the people who are saving. Just, I don't know what kind of signal the Papa have. People, they who have raised money to say we help the brother, but they can't do it. Several scenarios I have seen Muslim people chastise their own brother, but they do these things like pretense. So we the Christians should hate our own brothers. Let me be real. They do these things on the outside, but on the inside, the unity is not there. On the inside, the unity is not there. So they always do these things. Like for example, now, why would the Holy Quran tell you that a Muslim man should marry outside a religion, but the Muslim woman shouldn't marry outside a religion? How you rather see that to be? So you're trying to tell me that maybe the man get in his marriage, it says that the man should convert the woman. So it means that the moment you the Liberian woman or you the Christian woman happens to marry a Muslim man, you no longer a Christian, you become a Muslim right away. But their own aspect, the Muslim woman cannot or will never, what they would say, they will never marry a Christian person. Then you call that segregation, bro. That's typical segregation. But a Liberian, a Christian, I've seen several Christians marry Muslim. They live in together and then get down and say, oh, what are they mean? They will go to a mosque. The woman still going to her mosque. She still believe in her faith. Then the man going to a church. They understand it like that. Liberians got unity. Man, how they call it? Christians got unity between them. Christians got good unity between them. In a sense, like, bro, it will be difficult for you to this thing about Liberian men. We just know in general, even the Muslims they get that in them. This thing about where when you get it, I should always run to you. That one, that Liberian men mentality down there. That will put in the simple colloquy. That's Liberian men mentality. Where when I have it today, I always want you to be running to me. It happen even between the Muslim. It happen between them. Certain people, who is the hierarchy? You think a typical Muslim man will want to raise a brother, so a brother will reach to the height of him. He will want to be at the peak, so he will always for somebody to look up to him. So the issue of unity, Christians are united. Muslim unity is fake. That will be real. Muslim unity is fake. And the statement that you asked or bearing about, where or whether the statement is in good faith or not, we'll talk in a Liberian way. We'll torso in a Liberian way. Somehow, some way, the statement is bad on the aspect of being a Liberian. It's bad. Because, like for example, you kept mentioning after the war, there where the division came about. After the war, there where the division came about.
It grew.
Yeah, it grew. So it was there. But then the division, it comes about. When you look at everything that happened, where Doe came and then he do the constitutional review, it was almost like a brush in the heart of Christian people. Say, oh, the men ain't supposed to do that kind of thing. And then you guys coming out because they war. Maybe most Liberians don't know this war was minute between the Mandingos, where they were trying to claim certain portion of land. I think in Nima and Lofa, there where the war came from. That Christian and Muslim.
Now it's getting tricky. Let me hold you a little. It's from where we think this topic we should think and be able to touch almost every aspect. The Mandingo is one of the most hated people. It's one of the most hated tribe in our country. They are not the only Muslim. And because of them, you realize that all of that bad feeling or that grudge or hate from the Christian community is placed upon every other Muslim. Mm-hmm. So I want us to address this issue from all of those points, to analyze it, and at the end of the day, we can find a place where we can know where is it that we need to engage our Christian brothers, and where is it that we need to engage our Muslim brothers.
So with the issue of that, like I always tell people, when it comes to Liberia, about this Muslims and Christian thing, other tribe or like me, I can say the typical Muslim who are called the typical Muslim, like bro, maybe they are the VAR vernacular or the VAR tribe in Liberia, or they got the VAR, yeah, they got small tribe, but the VAR or in general, the VAR tribe in general, they are majority Muslims. So this is the we got a Gola, maybe small Pele.
They are the majority, but he's talking.
We're talking about the typical Liberian. The Mandingo are just people. Mandingo are just few group of people that came just yesterday. So the VAR we will take for them. They are the typical Liberian Muslim. And when we're talking about it, see unity, right, bro? You know, in the Muslims, they got different type of Muslims. Somebody tell me that they got an Ahmadiyya Muslim and they get other type of Muslim. The unity are not there. When you look in the Muslim community again, they get Fula mosque, they get Mandingo mosque, they get Ova mosque. The unity are not so. All these things we should be looking between the land. Even the very Muslim, the unity is not between them. You will see in some community they will tell you the mosque Fula make go there. The mosque Mandingo make go there. La Mandingo mosque here. You will see the Mandingo po going to the Mandingo mosque, the Fula po going to the Fula po mosque. So we see lack of unity between them. We see lack of unity between them, and we see lack of unity between in the Christian sector too as well, where you got many churches, different worship, different way of worship and discrimination in the Christian community. Certain people want to do this thing, certain people want to do the thing, certain people chastising the other group of people. So it is there. So now, in general, as Liberian, what we need as Liberian in general is the issue where we sit on one table, come together. We are not saying that everybody should have one religion, no, but we should look at the common denominator. What makes us to be Liberian? What makes us to be united? What makes us to be one people in this country? That's one thing we should be looking at. So when we come back in solving this issue, you being a Mandingo, yes. You being a baby crew, yes, we know. So let's come together as one people. We're not forcing you to do intermarriages. It's not forced because the Muslims is something that is already being implanted within the man. So we cannot force them. But the thing that we're looking for here is the issue where we'll be united. And we know this is very difficult. It's hard. It's very hard for you to say Muslims and Christians should come together and be united in Liberia. Maybe some people might be fooling themselves that, oh, we are united, the Christian and Muslim. That's a big lie. No unity is there because what today, just or maybe a Christian person slap Muslim person, it becomes like a religious war. Or Christian slap. Look for example, wherein the situation happened between the LEC power theft people, where they take all the Muslim woman hijab. It becomes like a mini war between Christian and Muslim.
What happened with the police where she abused a guy first, and then later on when the men start to something for she took the child and
that's the same incident.
Okay,
that's the same incident. So when they start to protest, it becomes like a Christian and Muslim something. Oh, that Christian man take all the woman hijab and what have you. So until we erase that mentality that because bro, let's be real, other countries happening there, Christian and Muslims are living in Nigeria, and you don't hear this all the time. Because they understand that said you should understand that I shouldn't cross this line with this person with this religion. I respect this man. I know that this person is of Liberian. I should respect them. I shouldn't cross the line to do this with them. So when we have that respect for each other, I don't think that we'll be discussing this. Oh, if this person, you will see maybe this or campaign period, Muslim person will win. The other campaign period, Christian person will win. When we just resolve the issue of divisive politics.
How can we, Mr. Yanti, before I move to Mr. Perry, how can we resolve this when the Muslim community feel marginalized? Because when you look in the entire West Africa, I stand to be corrected, we are the only country that Muslims do not have official holiday. And we are a secular state. And they are the second most majority religion within our country when you look at our census. So when you look at all of these things, don't you think they feel marginalized for which they want to defend themselves? When you are vulnerable, you try to defend yourself in every capacity. out of fear of not being trampled upon. So don't you think if we want to progress as a nation, we should come back to the table and say, no, I think these people are being marginalized. Some of these holidays, we can cut them down and give them 1 or 2. We got many holidays that we ain't got use for.
Oh, yeah.
Why there are so many president's holidays? Can we come together and see where we can make them feel? Because it's almost like a relationship. The only way you can have peace in your home, you have to listen to the part of the woman that is hurting her. And she has to listen to you. Then all of you have to come together and form a common ground. Don't you think they feel marginalized for which they are doing this? And we, as a country, need to come together.
Okay, so to answer that, when you use the word marginalized, probably kind of hard on the Christian side when you say they are marginalized, the Muslims, because of the use of holiday. Let's speak to the issue, right? When you look at the issue of this entire holiday thing, right? Maybe our lawmaker don't want to be real or bold to the Muslims community, but one of the key reasons why Liberia as a country or our leaders will never or don't want to create a Muslim holiday is just simple. The issue of openness, in a sense, like let me real again. Okay, let me give you a typical example, right? When you go to Central, the police headquarters, where they get the police headquarters, you know what they did at the beginning part of this government? They break ground for a certain portion of land there and say that this land will be a mosque here in the yard for Muslim people to be worshiping. You know what the Christian people say? They say no, they don't pay church for all to in the same yard. We should be worshiping. That will be real, bro. The moment you happens to say today is when you're talking about this holiday business again, let will be real. When you're talking about holiday, which day particularly you will select to say this day is a Muslim holiday when Muslim people don't know when they break when to have their Ramadan, because that's the major thing they always want, that Ramadan day should be a holiday. And Ramadan day is now a specific day in their own calendar to say, oh, this day is specific. So you're telling us that when Ramadan day fall on Sunday, we should say Sunday is a holiday for Muslim people. And then when you look at the debate keenly, right? These holidays that you have, so long you saying that you are a Liberian, right? Muslim man is a Liberian. Joseph J.G. birthday is not meant to be celebrated for only Christian. No. Joseph, how they call it, William Vietnam birthday is not meant to be celebrated for only Christian. No. July 26th is not meant to be celebrated for only Christian. No. The Thanksgiving day you get, Thanksgiving day is not day that meant to be celebrated for Christian. It's a Thanksgiving day. Everybody should be thankful to God. Fast and prayer. Muslim people decide to say that this day that you give him, we can't fast on the day, so we're not fast. Fast and prayer is not Christian holiday. No. Fast and prayer are general holiday where everybody should fast.
And so Christmas Day.
Thank you. So Christmas Day is not a holiday for only Christian.
Yeah. Who is it for?
It's a general Christmas Day. Christmas Day. Yeah. So when you want to go to the bro, listen now. When you want to go to the Christian holiday, then you go way in religion, because the Muslim people tell you they believe in Jesus and what. So we shouldn't go there. Mm-hmm. But Christmas Day is not a Christian holiday. It's not Liberia. But there is nothing. It's not Liberia that put that day into holiday. It's a general holiday. So now constitutionally, right? Constitutionally, I will ask the Muslim people that maybe that watching. Constitutionally, give me the Christian holiday that was declared in Liberia constitutionally to say this holiday is a Christian holiday.
Just specific for Christian.
Specific, because what the Muslims are fighting for is constitutional holiday for them. Why you say, oh, constitutionally, June 25th is declared as a Muslim holiday set aside for Muslim people to celebrate their Ramadan. So constitutionally, Christians don't have any holiday. So now, I come in. What I said, open that from the beginning of my statement. When you say that you want to declare a Muslim holiday, and in your own set of your speech, you talk about the Buddhists, we have certain percent of Buddhism in Liberia. I do believe that the Liberians are practicing Buddhism here. When you say that June 25th is declared as Muslim holiday, the Liberians are practicing Buddhism will want to verge for their own holiday. And the very Christian that we have will want to say that we want holiday too because the Muslim have holiday. So in your statement, like I told you, it was harsh to say marginalized. The Christians are not marginalizing any Muslim for now for having holidays. Holidays is not given to a specific group of people in Liberia currently because it's not constitutionalized. Constitutionally, we don't have no Christian holidays in Liberia.
Thank you, Mr. Yanti. Let me bring in Mr. Biren a little. Do you agree or don't you think that the Muslims are marginalized? Because when you look at this thing, everywhere there is a Muslim thing, Christians don't want to see it happen. And holidays, on a larger scale, I may agree with Mr. Yanti, but Christmas Day is the day the Christian's Lord and Savior was born. We are a secular state. Everybody should have equal right, a freedom to practice whatever religion or whatever data you belong to. If you witchcraft, go pray to your witchcraft by your business in Liberia. Any kind of way you want to worship, it is it. But then why is it when it comes to how the state, the affairs of the state is run, it is dominated by one group of people? Don't you think if it is in your shoes, you are being marginalized?
Mr. Gblah, the question is just simple. Why would I feel that I've been marginalized? The Bible you just read that told you that Christmas Day is the day for the Christians. It's a day that every Liberian, the Muslim men are Liberian men. That person who's a Buddhist,
they do not believe Jesus Christ is the Son of God.
They don't believe.
Mm-hmm. So that particular day is only for Christians. No other religion, I stand to be correct there, no other religion celebrate that day as the day of their Lord and Savior.
So are you not aware or haven't you seen or saw any Muslim on Christmas Day celebrating that day?
No. It becomes a bounding holiday that the entire nation is on a siege.
Okay.
And you got nothing to do. If you are a social person, you only flow with it. But it is prescribed
For Christians.
for Christians. Is it right or wrong?
Yeah, they were prescribed.
Do we have any day for the second majority people in this country, or they are not important?
I was still saying to you, people are Liberian.
So, why is it become a problem for us as Liberians to come to the table and understand that if we are Liberians, we need to look at this. Okay, we want to run as a secular state where everybody can practice. The Muslim man don't want you to marry his daughter. You two agree for the Muslim man not to marry your daughter. But then what we need to do here, this day is celebrated for Christians. This day is celebrated for Muslims. And when this man wants to become president, he's a Liberian. She's a Liberian. Whether she's Muslim, Christian, Buddhist, witchcraft, whatever it is, they have that right. That's what the Constitution says. Why is it? How come it is so difficult for us to put our heads around this thing, the way our Constitution said it, to live together in unity?
Yeah, it's kind of difficult because we don't want to come together to do it, but it's easy to do. Everything just bows down to understanding. Yeah, once all of us, the Christians, the Muslims, what have you, we can understand ourselves and find a common ground, it can be easily done. Yeah.
Okay. Again, you are watching A New Beginning live here on Top Plus TV, and I'm your regular host, Houstin Gblah. We are located at the intersection of Lynch and Kiwi Street, and I'm here with Rufus Biren and Mr. Receiver Yanti. So we are discussing again, do you think a Muslim president should become president for Liberia? You can join us in the comment section and make your input. Why you think so and why you don't think so. This country belongs to all of us, and it is our responsibility to fix it. So we are soliciting every Liberian to have a weight in, because this way our government will see what are those things they need to address and how they should address it from our opinions. So join us in the comment section and don't just follow, but leave us a comment on how you think about the topic. So, gentlemen, before we take a leave because we have another section to run, looking at everything constant, Mr. Yanti, do you think, or how do you think Liberia can get on par to settle this thing, because we are one people, one nation, and we have one destiny? So how is it that we can get together to work around these things?
So, like I said earlier, and I'm going to say again, for Liberians to work together, both Christians, Muslims, and other religions, to work together is the need of inclusiveness. Everybody should see the other religion as their brother. If the man is a Muslim man, see the Muslim man as a brother. If the man is a Christian, see the Christian man as a brother. If the man is a Muslim, help the man as a brother. If the man is a Muslim, a Christian, help the man as a brother. In that light, Liberia will get better. Our country will move forward, and we should learn to stop these religious arguments and debates around here and focus on the development of our country, because we are very old. We have come a very long way to be discussing politics, religious politics. Because going back to other African countries, when you do research, you will find out that we have about 27 countries in Africa that are secular states. And then you will never see these debates or discussions surfacing. And when you look in those other countries that are secular state, you will find out that the Muslims are in the majority, and the Christians will never be voicing it out all the time. Look in Senegal. Senegal is a secular state, but you will never see Christians there keep saying that we want a holiday, because they live in accordance the way in which the country look. The pillow, because when you as a people, you know which pillow this country was built on. Even when they happen to give you right to say you have the right to do these things, you should always learn to reflect on the pillow for which that country was built on, and live in accordance with it, and unite with the people that you meet there. Because the problem that causing these things, the Muslims, they are seeing themselves different, as you said, marginalized. So it is the mindset that causing these things. And then the Christians are seeing themselves too superior, or are too superior for the Muslim people. So we believe that we can step on them anytime we want to step on them. We should erase that mindset. See this man as your brother. As for me, when I have the opportunity to go in the mosque one day, I will go there to pray, because I don't have problem with that. I see everybody as Liberians. Because that's how I want to see. That's how I want to see Liberians, right? I want to see a Liberia where a Liberian with a Muslim will see Christian as typical Liberian. A Christian will see Muslims as typical Liberian, because like for the Christian, we have this mentality in our mind. We see the Muslim people, they are not typical Liberian. That's the thinking that we have. Yeah. So we should learn to erase that mentality and be inclusive, bring them near us, and we live in peace and harmony. With that, Liberia will be a better place.
We should live in peace and harmony. Let everybody see everybody as Liberian. If you are a Muslim, you are a Christian, we should see one another as Liberian. These are the words of Mr. Roosevelt Yanti. So, Mr. Biren, looking at everything involved, looking at our country, one nation, one people, one destiny, what do you think we can do as a people to put aside this religious politics and, how you call it, religious thing, that our country can progress as a people?
Yeah, so what we can do is just easy. We can just need prayer, because it's hard. Like my brother said, the country is a very old country, and we fought 14 years civil war. We came from India, and the country is still behind. Anything, if you we lack of everything, water, road, and what have you. But if you say it's over, we just came from war. You got your sister country, then other country that around, they fought war. But today they are developed. They are developed. Why? Because they put all of these things behind them. Whether I'm a Muslim, the other person that did, the other person like that. Let us look at Liberia. Yeah. Liberia first, Liberia last. In the absence of us looking at Liberia, we keep discussing this thing. You Muslim man, you're not kind of my sister, and this, and Liberia will still be the way it is.
Yeah.
So for us to do all these things is we just need strong prayer. We must just come together and let just play everything low and let's force the country ahead.
We should play everything low and flourish the country ahead. We should forget about whether you are a Muslim, whether you are a Christian. We are all Liberia. Liberia is for all of us, and we should see the forward march of our country. This country is very old. These are the words of our brother, Mr. Rufus Beren. Again, you are watching a New Beginning live here on Tablas TV. And the question remains, do you think a Muslim president should become president? I think and I feel every Liberian should become president. In as much as you have this country at heart, you know what is it we want as a people, and you're able to work with us so that we can achieve a better Liberia. That's what we want. Let us put aside whatever religion you are from. It's hurting us. It's killing us. For years we have been this way. We have been fighting one another for no reason. I don't know how do you feel seeing yourself in this age. In Liberia, just like this. The most advanced age of our generation, we're still not making progress. We still don't have roads. We still don't have stable electricity. We still don't have, running water. We still don't have good educational system. No health care. And all of those things are important. And then we are using religion as the political tool to destroy our country. Please. Thank you for staying with us. It is about time that we come together as Liberians and believe that we are one nation, one people, and we are heading for one destiny. Thank you for staying with us on the first segment. We will be back in a few minutes' time. Thank you so much for being with us.